without even realizing it, my dad was helping me control my tongue thrust. Now, I'm sure most everyone has had and might even still have issues with certain intellectual skills. For me, it was speaking. For others, it might be reading, reasoning, etc. And although I consider myself well-versed in nursery rhymes, I'm no expert. So I did research to figure out why they're of any use to us. And I discovered that nursery rhymes are extremely beneficial in the development of children because they help increase the cognitive, reading, and language skills. First, let me explain the cognitive benefits they bring. Now, it seems ridiculous that about 5 lines of silly rhyming can benefit somebody by so much, but hey, life is full of surprising facts. Tammy Benecki, accredited teacher of 13 years, started Red Apple Reading to help children learn to read. In her blog, she stated how the musical sing-song and rhythmical nature of them helps with memory and recall of information. Just look at the popular nursery rhyme, London Bridge is falling down. It repeats phrases such as falling down, and this helps children learn to memorize them. But nursery rhymes aren't all about memorizing them. They also help children with the sequencing of events. Think of nursery rhymes as mini stories. They have a clear beginning, middle, and end. When a child learns a nursery rhyme, it's like they're learning to read a mini story. Thus, they are better able to sequence together events that are happening in their everyday lives. Now, building on this skill, nursery rhymes also lead to an increase in reading skills. If you use a book to teach nursery rhymes to children, they can develop reading skills automatically. In fact, children can even learn the alphabet through rhymes. To be honest, I wasn't really aware of how huge of an impact nursery rhymes had on reading ability until I found articles such as The Effect of Nursery Rhymes on Children's Reading Ability, written by Sasan Bagar and Zeni Dat. And these are both members of the Iran Language Institute. And they stated how nursery rhymes help build awareness of sound patterns which lead to recognition of new words in written text. Thus, engaging in these rhythmic rhymes, children are able to associate sounds with written symbols. In addition to this, they can tell when something does and does not rhyme. So if they're able to recognize sounds, and it's easier for them to recognize words in any written text. Looking at articles such as Nursery Rhymes in Music and Language Literacy, written by Audrey Kadani, a music education professor at Johns Hopkins University, she stated how teachers will use nursery rhymes to teach reading through rhyme and alliteration. So by learning nursery rhymes at an early age, you become a very strong reader early on. Hickory, dickory, dock, the mouse ran up the clock. A classic nursery rhyme I'm sure we all remember. Children are able to recognize how clock and dock sound similar. They can even recognize how the CK sound both audibly and visually. So, in addition to enhancing reading skills, nursery rhymes can also dramatically increase our language development. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Nursery rhymes are a lot of fun to say, and the exposure to simple and complex words really increase our language skills. So, now think this, rhyme, rhythm, repetition. In addition to being key factors in nursery rhymes, children also love to hear this. Did you know that they really are paying attention to what we're saying? They're hoping to be able to repeat stuff back to us, so be careful of what you're saying. But children who enjoy singing and rhyming are more likely to be able to speak easier and more fluently. In fact, my brother is a music therapist, and he will sing nursery rhymes to children because it helps their language development. While interviewing him, he told me how music has been shown to increase development of various brain regions within infants and children. And additionally, information can be easily learned through song. There's a reason that most of us sing our ABCs instead of speaking them. Now, nursery rhymes are partially fun to say because of sound repetition. Just look at the Itsy Bitsy Spider. In an educational blog written by Carrie Brown called Super Duper Inc., she's a speech pathologist, she identified the different sounds in this poem. It says the P sound 8 times, the K sound 4 times, the B sound twice, the G sound once, the T sound 9 times, the M sound 4 times, and the D sound 10 times. By heavily repeating these sounds, it makes children easier to be able to speak them. That's helping them. So there are numerous benefits to nursery rhymes, and by learning them, children will be way ahead of the game. They tend to sneak up, so seashells, snakes, Sally. Just look at me now. Nursery rhymes help me improve my tongue thrust, just as they helped many other children. They tend to sneak up on us with their developmental aspects. Now, I hope it's just as evident to you as it is to me that by learning nursery rhymes, children will have a much greater increase in their cognitive, reading, and language skills, and I hope that nursery rhymes can continue to help children in the future.